The Summer I Turned Pretty movie, will Belly and Conrad marry? Jenny Han and Lola Tung share details. Author Jenny Han and star Lola Tung teased about major life events for Belly. The film will see her deepening her relationship with Conrad. Fans of The Summer I Turned Pretty have reason to celebrate. The beloved Prime Video series isn't ending with Season 3. A new movie installment is officially in the works, promising to continue Belly's journey beyond the small screen. Jenny, Lola discuss the movie. Author and showrunner Jenny Han, joined by lead star Lola Tung, confirmed the exciting news during a recent appearance on the Today Show. Their announcement comes just one day after the Season 3 finale premiered on the 17th of September, bringing the TV adaptation of Han's best-selling trilogy to an emotional close. When asked to tease the film, Tung, 22, said, "I mean, not much. We've known for a little bit, but it's fun that it's finally out there in the world. I guess Jenny would know the most about it." Han added that the movie will center on another big milestone for Belly, sparking speculation that major life events, possibly a wedding, could be at the heart of the story's final chapter. While plot specifics are still under wraps, Han revealed that she and co-showrunner Sarah Kucherka have already completed a first draft of the script. "It's still a little too soon to say," Han noted. "We don't know when it's coming out, but not next year. Still have to make it." Amazon MGM Studios confirmed that both Lola Tung Belly and Christopher Brinny Conrad will reprise their roles, giving longtime fans continuity as the characters transition from adolescence to adulthood. Han explained why a film was the right move to conclude the story. "A movie gives the story its proper due, it's a chance to wrap things up in a way that feels special and complete." About The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3. Season adapted We'll Always Have Summer, the final book in Han's trilogy, though with a few key deviations. Instead of following the novel's engagement plot at Cousins Beach, the series takes a more cinematic route. In the finale, Belly cancels her wedding to Jeremiah Gavin Casaleno and is later surprised by Conrad, who shows up in Paris. After a romantic day of sightseeing and a heartfelt birthday dinner, Conrad confesses his love. The two spend the night together, and a flash-forward shows them years later returning to the summer house, older, together, and content. What about Belly and Conrad? The upcoming movie is expected to deepen the relationship between Belly and Conrad, providing a more mature, emotional payoff for fans who've grown up alongside them. With Jenny Han at the helm and the original cast returning, the film aims to deliver a satisfying final chapter, one that brings Belly's coming-of-age story full circle. The highs and lows of Season 3 in The Summer I Turned Pretty. The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3 just ended and I really can't shake everything that happened this season. From failed weddings to juggling two brothers to rediscovering herself in Paris without her tourist visa. Belly has certainly gone on a journey, and one that needs to be talked about. Spoiler alert. Belly starts out her junior year in college with none other than Jeremiah. They're both happy, sweet lovers. They're constantly fulfilling the obligations of their love, sometimes even in front of their parents, which did result in several cringe-worthy moments throughout the show. In the outskirts, Belly gets into a study abroad program in Paris and feels set on pursuing sports psychology. Jeremiah is going to take freshman classes as a super senior, which definitely feels like a symbol for his immaturity throughout the season. The award for Biggest Baby of the Year goes to Jeremiah. Belly's brother Steven and her best friend Taylor have, somehow, proved to be the most responsible in the whole show. But the thing I'm most concerned with is Conrad and how Belly has been somewhat of a young adult mess this entire season. Right when we feel certain about Belly and Jeremiah being star-crossed lovers is when they have their first argument. Jeremiah cheated on Belly in Cabo when they were on a days-long break. In typical Belly fashion, she takes Jeremiah back after his persistent begging. But little does Jeremiah know that Belly has a secret of her own. When she went to the cousin's home over winter break, our favorite Conrad showed up and enjoyed some moments with her. Belly constantly narrates that nothing happened. Of course, something definitely happened between them that Belly has been unable to digest. She can barely admit it to herself, and she is totally shut off from admitting it to Conrad. In the present, Steven gets struck by another car in the middle of a profession of love to Taylor. Seriously, this show's obsession with tragic maladies is off-putting. Steven being in the hospital was the perfect time for Belly's parents to show up and take involvement in their children, but alas, their own relationship takes precedence. Outside the hospital, Jeremiah bags Belly once again and then proposes to her. Belly accepts his proposal with forgiveness, which is all the more ironic as she broke up with Conrad over grieving his dead mother. In my opinion, this was a disastrous choice for both of them and really shows how flawed Belly's character is. As the first half of the season builds up to the wedding, it explores the lingering connection between Belly and Conrad. Conrad is shocked, like everyone else, to hear about their engagement. His silence is loud as he is the last person to leave the venue of his mother's remembrance party. Conrad is the shining star out of everyone this season. He goes to therapy, attends Stanford Medical School, takes care of himself, and secretly loves Belly. Yet, Belly still holds Conrad's hurt and pain from his mother dying against him while dating Jeremiah. This is one of the things that cements Belly as someone who is selfish and refuses to take care of the person who has loved and taken care of her his whole life. It was also upsetting to see how Belly's dreams don't come to fruition as the season goes on. She takes no action on pursuing her graduate school dreams and gives up her study abroad program as she is about to marry Jeremiah. He selfishly tells her that he doesn't want her to go. Perhaps as part of a character arc, Belly only goes to Paris when she needs to get away from everything in her life and discover who she is. It felt tragic to see her working at a bar and leaving her dreams behind. Most of all, part of me hates Belly for the way she's treated Conrad this season. Conrad does so much for her when it kills him too, from cooking her meals, hugging her tightly, to even going to Michael's to buy wedding decor. He's struggling to the core, and Belly always brushes off his efforts like it's no big deal. And what does Belly and everyone else turn him into? A punching bag for everyone's frustrations. Everyone projects onto him, blaming him for mistakes largely their own. It was satisfying to see Conrad take a stand for himself when Jeremiah runs out from his wedding and starts blaming Conrad yet again. Something I admire about Conrad is that he has learned to not back down from his friends and family when life gets hard. His breakup with Belly arose from a misunderstanding, but Conrad never lets Belly out of his heart even when Belly holds his grief against him. This is in stark contrast to Jeremiah, who only realizes Belly's value when she's gone. Ultimately, Season 3 presents itself as the true coming-of-age chapter in the show. From childhood to high school and dealing with Susanna's passing, college and graduate school are really their first time growing up and experiencing the real world. This presents a realism that resonates with audiences today. The characters all have their preoccupations with life, from the death of a parent, relationships with parents, establishing careers, and finding out who they really are amidst all of the complicated romantic relationships. There may be cringy moments throughout the show, and the TikTok scene in particular makes me gag. This season takes a crescendo, ending with Belly's stay in Paris, growing from her successes and failures, and realizing she had loved Conrad this entire time. It really does show that our 20s are allowed to be messy, emotional, gross, loving, and everything in between. The Summer I Turned Pretty has been renewed for a full-length film, and only the movie can reveal what's next for Belly, Conrad, Jeremiah, and the rest of the gang.